Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, it's you. Come to extort more from me?
Okay, this is the TNF remake. Really nice in here. It usually means I'm not sure where the yeah. I probably did it wrong just because I don't have a Thane yet. Okay, when I have a Thane, that'll probably fill in. Master bedroom, nice. Oh, the bath's in here. Oh, it's lovely. Look at that. Pretty. Hey, sweetheart, let's do this. All right.
If you're wondering why they call me Vipper the Fleet, watch me outrun the town guard.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him.
Yet very fortunate for Maven.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild?
Same symbol from Golden Glow is involved.
Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild.
Is there anything we can do?
Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away.
Yeah.
And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
Yeah. About that. Oh, are these? Yeah, these are, we can get some practice here. Wait. Oh, no. I think these are practice chests, but I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't really need the help right now, so I'm just going to talk to Mercer.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol.
I found the same markings at Hunting Brew Meadery.
It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever.
You admire them?
They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly.
How can we make them pay?
Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Gajal. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our
I hate
contacts.
this.
His real name is Gulamai. Slimy bastard.
Where do I
Gulamai
begin?
is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
This part doesn't make the slightest bit of sense to me.
I can't believe Gulamai's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last septim, but he's no mastermind.
Think he'll give me trouble?
Trouble? Huh. He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you.
So how do I get him to talk?
You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gulamai, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage.
He's gonna owe us for this betrayal.
Aye, he does indeed. And with his fingers in the East Empire Company's pie, we'll make good use of that debt. If I'm not being clear enough, that means we don't want him killed. For now, just keep on his tail and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gulamai alive.
I hate this part of the quest. It's gonna be easy with my stealth, but it's just 20 minutes of following a lizard around. Again, folks who makes games, we really don't like you when you do this. We like stuff like this. See? It's pretty. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I need a drink. And an apple pie. Alright. Oh, Gulamai. Yes.
Being
Alright,
old's
I'm gonna
not so
make that
bad.
sound a few more times.
Gotta keep
Ugh.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take
They
a seat
said
and
I
get
might
the
be
cold
able to
out.
talk him into it. Is there an actual persuade check here that's going to spare me the next half hour of my life? I don't think so.
So, what do we have here? Let me guess. By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true, because I told Mercer I wouldn't deal with them anymore.
You hear about Golden Glow Estate?
I don't deal in land or property. Now, if you're looking for goods, you've come to the right person.
You can drop the act now, Gajole.
Oh, wait. Did you say Golden Glow Estate? My apologies. I'm sorry to say I know very little about that, bee farm, was it?
You acted as a broker for its new owner.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal I handle.
Identify the buyer, and we'll forget what we know.
All right. Had I known this deal would bring me this much trouble, I never would have accepted the gold. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker
Wow.
for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate.
Okay, I get it
I
now.
brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed.
Did she say why she was doing this?
Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey.
I understand that. That's it? No name or anything?
In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry.
I think you're lying to me.
Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
I have to follow him no matter what. Okay. My character is tired and angry.
You're not a thief trying to rob me, right?
I would make a terrible thief. I do not have the patience for this. Maybe that's how you get from thief to assassin. You just get so antagonized by following these people around and stalking them and figuring out their patterns that you figure out you just kill them. Like the Night Mother says, it's just more efficient. I like efficiency. Oh, look at the god rays from the moon. Ah, pretty. Just like the Night Mother says. Nobody likes this, Bethesda. Nobody. Final Fantasy Online does this too, just has you follow people for, oh my god, for the longest time. And I can see for like 2 miles. Someone explain to me how this is fun. It isn't even a pretty day. It's too dark. Nobody likes this. Through none of this has my sneak gotten any better. How is that possible? Need a drink. Yes, please walk even more slowly. Elder Scrolls Online has you do this too. Sneak. Ugh. Sneak and follow people. What is in this? Oh, it's like. Oops, sorry. I made noise. It kicked a basket of swords. How often are you placed in a position where you might kick a basket of swords? Painting I can't steal. Bummer. So much fun. I don't think I've heard a more devastating commentary on a game than when my son called No Man's Sky a walking simulator. This is a walking simulator.
rat could be any
Finally, a sneak increase. Come on, man. Oh, get how close I am to level without actually leveling. Well, you booked after you got in here, huh?
Now, there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed.
Mercer doesn't have to know.
I see you wish to be reasonable. Perhaps I misjudged you. The name of the person you want is Carlia.
Say that name like I should know it.
Mercer never told you about her? Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer.
And you're helping her?
Help? No, no. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me.
Where is Carlia now?
I don't know. When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him alive.
Okay, but after I steal everything, okay? That was a long walk. Now I leveled up. Ooh. He's very scary. Archery at 99. 99! Hmm. Okay, do I get out of here this way? No. Do I have to kill them all to get the key? Is my stealth too good to actually finish here? I have to run back the entire way? Oh my god, I hate this game. Oi. You guys suck. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I want to get out of here without killing anybody. I don't actually remember the way out. I'm going to use a teleport. Yeah. Turn to Mercer Fry. Okay. I've had enough shenanigans for one day. No more shenanigans. (2920) Volume 12, Evening Star. By Karlovac Townley. One sun's dusk, 2920 Balmora Morrowind. The winter morning sun glinted through the cobweb of frost on the window, and Almalexia opened her eyes. An ancient healer mopped a wet cloth across her head, smiling with relief. Asleep in the chair next to her bed was Vivek. The healer rushed to a side cabinet and returned with a flagon of water. "How are you feeling, goddess?" asked the healer. "Like I've been asleep for a very long time," said Almalexia. "So you have?" "15 days," said the healer, and touched Vivek's arm. "Master, wake up. She speaks." Vivek rose with a start, and seeing Almalexia alive and awake, his face broke into a wide grin. He kissed her forehead and took her hand. At last there was warmth again in her flesh. Almalexia's peaceful repose suddenly snapped. "So this you—" "He's alive and well," replied Vivek, "working on one of his machines again somewhere. He would have stayed here too, but he realized he could do you more good working that particular sorcery of his." The Castellan appeared in the doorway. "Sorry to interrupt you, Master, but I wanted to tell you that your fastest messenger left late last night for the Imperial City." "Messenger?" asked Almalexia. "Vivek, what has happened?" "I was to go and sign a truce with the Emperor on the 6th, so I sent him word that it had to be postponed." "You can't do me any good here," said Almalexia, pulling herself up with effort. "But if you don't sign that truce, you'll put Morrowind back to war, maybe for another 80 years. If you leave today with an escort and hurry, perhaps you can get to the Imperial City only a day or two late." "Are you certain that you don't need me here?" asked Vivek. "I know that Morrowind needs you more." 6 Sun's Dusk, 2920, the Imperial City, Cyrodiil. The Emperor Remon III sat on his throne, surveying the audience chamber. It was a spectacular sight. Silver ribbons dangled from the rafters. Burning cauldrons of sweet herbs simmered in every corner. Pyandonian swallowtails swept through the air, singing their songs. When the torches were lit and servants began fanning the room... Okay. When the torches were lit and servants began fanning, the room would be transfigured into a shimmering fantasy lamp. You could smell the kitchen already, spices and roasts. The potentate Versudashai and his son Severian Shorak slithered into the room, both bedecked in the headdress and jewelry of the Saichi. There was no smile on their golden face, but there seldom was one. The Emperor still greeted his trusted advisor with enthusiasm. This ought to impress those savage dark elves, he laughed. When are they supposed to arrive? A messenger's just arrived from Vivek, said the potentate solemnly. I think it would be best if your Imperial Majesty met him alone. The Emperor lost his laughter, but nodded to his servants to withdraw. The door then opened, and the Lady Korda walked into the room with a parchment in her hand. She shut the door behind her, but did not look up to meet the Emperor's face. The messenger gave his letter to my mistress, said Remelan, incredulous, rising to take the note. It's a highly unorthodox way of delivering a message. But the message itself is very orthodox, said Korda, looking up into his one good eye. With a single blinding motion, she brought the letter up under the Emperor's chin. His eyes widened and blood poured down the blank parchment. Blank, that is, except for a small black mark, the sign of the Morag tongue. It fell to the floor, revealing the small dagger hidden behind it, which she now twisted, severing his throat to the bone. The Emperor collapsed to the floor, gasping soundlessly. How long do you need? Asked Severian Chorak. 5 minutes, said Korda, wiping the blood from her hands. If you can give me 10, though, I'd be doubly grateful. Very well, said the potentate to Korda's back as she raced from the audience chamber. She ought to have been an Akaviri. The way the girl handles a blade is truly remarkable. I must go and establish our alibi, said Severian Chorak, disappearing into one of the secret passages that only the Emperor's most trusted knew about. Do you remember, close to a year ago, your Imperial Majesty? The potentate smiled, looking down at the dying man. When you told me to remember, you Akaviri have a lot of showy moves, but it just takes just one of our strikes. But if just one of our strikes comes through, it's all over for you? I remembered that, you see. The Emperor spat up blood, and somehow said the word, snake. I am a snake, your Imperial Majesty, inside and out. But I didn't lie. There was a messenger from Vivek. It seems he'll be a little late in arriving. The potentate shrugged before disappearing behind the secret passage. Don't worry yourself, I'm sure the food won't go bad. The Emperor of Tamriel died in a pool of his own blood, in his empty audience chamber, decorated for a grand ball. He was found by his bodyguard 15 minutes later. Korda was nowhere to be found. 8 Suns Dusk, 2920, Caer Suivo, Cyrodiil. Lord Glavius, apologizing profusely for the quality of the road through the forest, was the first emissary to greet Vivek and his escort as they arrived. A string of burning globes decorated the leafless trees surrounding the villa, bobbing in the gentle but frigid night breeze. From within, Vivek could smell the simple feast and a high, sad melody. It was a traditional Akaviri wintertide carol. Versidu Shai greeted Vivek in the front door. I'm glad you received the message before you got all the way to the city, said the potentate, guiding his guest into the large, warm drawing room. We are in a difficult transition time, and for the moment, it is best not to conduct our business at the capital. There is no heir? Asked Vivek. No official one, though there are distant cousins vying for the throne. While we sort the matter out, at least temporarily, the nobles have decided that I may act in the office of my late master. Versida Shai signaled for the servants to draw 2 comfortable chairs in front of the fireplace. Would you feel most comfortable if we signed the treaty officially right now, or would you like to eat something first? You intend to honor the Emperor's treaty? I intend to do everything as the Emperor, said the potentate. 14 Suns Dusk, 2920, Tel Arun, Morrowind. Korda, dusty from the road, flew into the Night Mother's arms. For a moment they stayed locked together, the Night Mother stroking her daughter's hair, kissing her forehead. Finally, she reached into her sleeve and handed Corda a letter. "What is it?" asked Corda. "A letter from the potentate expressing his delight at your expertise," replied the Night Mother. "He's promised to send us payment, but I've already sent him back a reply. The late Empress paid us enough for her husband's death. Mephala would not have us be greedy beyond our needs. You should not be paid twice for the same murder, so it is written." "He killed Rija, my sister," said Corda quietly. "And so it should be that you struck the blow. Where will I go now? Whenever any of our holy workers becomes too famous to continue the crusade, we send them to an island called Vunora. It is not more than a month's voyage by boat, and I've arranged for a delightful estate for your sanctuary." The Night Mother kissed the girl's tears. "You meet many friends there, and I know you will find peace and happiness at last, my child." 19 Suns Dusk, 2920 Mournhold, Morrowind. Amalexia surveyed the rebuilding of the town. The spirit of the citizens was truly inspirational, she thought, as she walked among the skeletons of new buildings standing in the blackened, shattered remains of the old. Even the plant life showed a remarkable resilience. There was life yet in the blasted remains of the cranberry and rue-brush shrubs that once lined the main avenue. She could feel the pulse. Come springtide, green would bolt through the black. The Duke's heir, a lad of considerable intelligence and sturdy Dunmer courage, was coming down from the north to take his father's place. The land would do more than survive. It would strengthen and expand. She felt the future much more strongly than she saw the present. Of all the things she was most certain of, she knew that Mournhold was forever home to at least one goddess. 22 Suns Dusk, 2920 The Imperial City, Cyrodiil. "The Cyrodiil line is dead," announced the potentate to the crowd gathered beneath the speaker's balcony of the Imperial Palace. "But the Empire lives. The distant relatives of our beloved Emperor have been judged unworthy of the throne by the trusted nobility who advised His Imperial Majesty through his long and illustrious reign. It has been decided that as an impartial and faithful friend of Remon III, I will have the responsibility of continuing on in his name." The Akaviri paused, allowing his words to echo and translate into the ears of the populace. They merely stared up at him in silence. The rain had washed through the streets of the city, but the sun, for a brief time, appeared to be offering a respite from the winter storms. "I want to make it clear that I am not taking the title of Emperor," he concluded. "I have been, and will continue to be, potentate Versadashar, an alien welcomed kindly to your shores. It will be my duty to protect my adopted homeland, and I pledge to work tirelessly at this task until someone more worthy takes the burden from me. As my first act, I declare that in commemoration of this historical moment, beginning on the 1st of Morning Star, we will enter year 1 of the Second Era as time will be reckoned. Thus, we mourn the loss of our imperial family and look forward to the future." Only one man clapped at these words. King Drozel of Senchal truly believed that this would be the finest thing to happen to Tamriel in history. Of course, he was quite mad. 31 Suns Dusk, 2920 Ebonheart, Morrowind. In the smoky catacombs beneath the city where Sothasil forged the future with his arcane clockwork apparatus, something unforeseen happened. An oily bubble seeped from a long-trusted gear and popped immediately. The wizard's attention was drawn to it and to the chain that the tiny action triggered. A pipe shifted half an inch to the left. A tread skipped. A coil rewound itself and began spinning in a counter direction. A piston that had been thrusting left-right for millennia suddenly began shifting right-left. Nothing broke, but everything changed. "It cannot be fixed now," said the sorcerer quietly. He looked up through a crack in the ceiling into the night sky. It was midnight. The Second Era, the Age of Chaos, had begun. Hey everybody, look at the beautiful summer rift. I have Ash on my lap right now. He is my other kitty. He's usually very sudden, very aggressive in his need for love, and then he usually runs away quickly because he is... I used to think he was just afraid of us, but I think he just knows he's a massive... Whoa! Hey, dragon. Rude. He's a massive troublemaker, and he knows he probably did something in the last 5 minutes he should be in trouble for. But dragons scared him.
Jerk!
Jerk. You scared my kitty. I hate it when they land a mile away. Stop. Stop. I can't hit you before the shout wears off. I love this model of the forest dragon. I hate to kill it, man. It's pretty.
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
You're lucky you're not dead, man. Are you carrying a dagger?
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. It can't be. You took its very soul.
Well, yeah. I have potatoes to sell.
Good day.
By the gods.
You can't have my
I don't even know what to
potatoes.
say.
My potatoes are my potatoes.
What did you need?
Did Gullamai give up any information on our buyer?
He said Golden Glow was purchased by a Carlia.
No, it can't be. I haven't heard that name in decades. This is grave news indeed. She's someone I hope to never cross paths with again.
Gullamai also told me she was a murderer.
Carlia destroyed everything this guild stood for. She murdered my predecessor in cold blood and betrayed the guild. After we discovered what she'd done, we spent months trying to track her down, but she just vanished.
Why has she returned?
Carlia and I were like partners. I went with her on every heist. We watched each other's backs. I know her techniques, her skills. If she kills me, there'll be no one left that could possibly catch her. If only we knew where she was.
Gullamai told me she said where the end began.
There's only one place that could be. The place where she murdered Gallus. A ruin called Snow Vale Sanctum. We have to go out there before she disappears again.
We?
Yes, I'm going with you, and together we're going to kill her. Here's your payment for solitude. Prepare yourself and meet me at the ruins as soon as you can. We can't let her slip through our fingers.
Good to see you
Yeah,
again, friend.
This whole quest
Yes,
line
Lance. Did you need
is
something?
just so... like the book that we just read that is so elaborate. The Night Mother sent, like, how many assassins? And her daughter could have killed the Emperor how many times? Like, since the beginning of the book, and she didn't? Like, why? Why didn't she just allow someone else to kill? Why didn't she allow the other assassin to kill him? Like, why? You're making my brain tired. Again, efficiency is an issue. This is so elaborate, and it took decades? Again, the time frame is like... Did anybody have anything happen, like, in the last year that I could help with? Or is this all these, like, long-lived mer? I know she's a mer, he's a human. But also, how much do you have to suck for it to take 2 decades for someone to notice that you're even there? Anyway, I don't like the storyline. Look at summer. Look at summer out here. Yeah, you can see the circle of snow receding. But it's so pretty. Yeah, I mean, I know revenge is best served cold, but we're talking like a year, not decades. You let this guy enjoy power and privilege with your friends, by the way, in theory. For 2 decades, and now you're like, haha, I have a building. I don't get it. Okay. If you don't say so. I'll just leave you guys to it. How about that? I don't really need to get involved here. Yeah, Barb. Leave them alone. They don't need our help. They're fine. No? No. For goodness sake. Full. This is not necessary. What quest? Okay. Right. Victoria reactivated herself again.
Good. You're finally here. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Carlia is still inside.
You saw her?
No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it.
Don't worry that you killed a horse.
She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to
wish
catch
you
her
hadn't killed the
inside
horse.
while she's distracted. Take the lead.
Yeah. Understood.
Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here. That's enough of this unnecessary.
Yeah, I
chatting.
don't
We
want
need
to talk to you,
keep
sir.
going.
I really don't. I really don't. Come on, man. Here. You see? Jerk.
They say that these ancient Nordic burial mounds are sometimes impenetrable. This one doesn't look too difficult. Quite simple, really. I don't know what the fuss is about these locks. All it takes is a bit of know-how, and a lot of skill.
Takes a Daedric artifact.
That
material.
should do it. After you.
Such an ass. I'm afraid I did this questline so many times. I just dislike the voice actor. He's a good voice actor. I just don't like hearing him anymore. He's just in too many places doing too many things.
This place smells of death. Guard. Pull the chain over there and watch out for the spikes. Looks like Carlisle reset all of the traps.
You look like someone I should shoot in the head. Twice.
Threat, merely an annoyance. Two more of them ahead.
You think?
Bone shine. Clever. Rigged to wake the Draugr, I bet. So it begins. I'm guessing you don't go to Sovngarde if you walk directly in front of someone's bow when it's aiming towards someone else. It's not really a death in honorable combat, now is it? Like, are you gonna tell the truth about how you died when you get to Sovngarde? Or are you gonna, like, make up a story because, yeah. Model ship. What is... Yikes. Okay, so I went the wrong way. Or I went away for treasure and not away for quest. No? Well, how...
Okay, I have to jump. Let's see. Archaeology has gone up. I can specialize in Nordic and Falmer. Go me.
Carlia always was a nimble minx.
Nimble minx. Oh god, it just sounds like a 70s porno. You nimble minx. No, but please. That thought needs a shower.
Something's near. What was that? You can't hide from me.
I love using iron arrows. Have I mentioned that? How much I love iron arrows? It's just not recognizing arrows from other mods that make arrows. And I'm not giving those arrows up.
What was your feeble attempt to hide is insulting.
Oh, did I hit you, Mercer? Oh, what a shame.
You breathed your last.
Look at you again, Mercer.
You mean nothing! That was hardly worth my time.
You're such an ass. Youth. Oh, I'm stuck on the spikes. That's unfortunate.
We're on the right track. She's been through here as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would guess something. You're dark and wall covered. All the paintings. I don't even know which mod does that. Hey man. Can't see me? Having a problem? Is this an issue? Wish you could see me? Yeah? I don't. Mercer even sees me at this dragon wall and, like, nothing. Zero acknowledgement. Talk about observant people.
Making this too easy!
Hey, Mercer. Mercer? Oh my god, Mercer. Seriously? You're lost? Dude. I wasn't even stealth and this guy missed me. Mercer? Hello, Mr. Frey. Sir? It'd be so cool if he was dead, but no. Stupid sword. It's an overcompensating sword. Come on.
Ah, it's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlia already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlia is close, I'm certain. Now let's get moving.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
If you're using arrows
Give me
right,
a reason
yes.
to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Haunting Brew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough, otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter.
Like, truth.
Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence. But I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
So, she did all of that. And didn't even have a plan for when
How
she was going to speak to him.
It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place.
I don't like you.
But do you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
And he's too stupid to make sure I'm actually dead. It's just the incompetence of these two is epic.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling?
Oh wow, they really gave you hair, didn't they? Hold on. You shot me.
No. I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Why save me?
My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot.
How about the entire time when his back was turned and he was about to stab me?
I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death.
Uh-huh. Then I'm in your debt. Yeah,
More than you'll ever realize. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect.
Oh my god.
I only had enough for a single shot. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive.
Why capture Mercer alive?
Mercer must be brought before the guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay.
I love she never had a clear shot while they were standing at perfect range for her to get a clear shot. How will you prove it now?
My purpose in using Snowveil Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside.
Well, what's it say?
I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before.
Perhaps it could be translated.
Enther. Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. The only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity.
There's that word again, Nightingale.
There were 3 of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves' Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey.
You're an idiot.
Remember, speak only to Enther. Trust no one else.
I'm not a fan of her hair, but okay.
Wait, I know you.
I don't care how many colleges they build, or how much the sea swallows up. I'll outlast them all.
My pa says people like you are the reason no one lives here anymore.
You guys are so charming.
You know, Winterhold used to be the seat of power in Skyrim. Now it's a shell.
Alright, Jarl. Well, you're here.
What's your business here in Winterhold?
I'm here for the college.
Should have known.
I don't think I should lie, since
Not
I'm the
that it
Archmage.
matters anymore. No one bothers coming to Winterhold for any other reason.
Maybe you could do something about that. You're the Jarl. I'm looking for work.
Winterhold has lost much of its history, and with that much of its power. I aim to change that. I've heard rumors of the resting place of the Helm of Winterhold. The very same helm that Jarl Hansa wore in the First Era. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim, you know. Having that might get the ear of the other holds, and give me some authority.
I'll recover the helm.
Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for your return.
Please, come home. Just
Come back
home.
as soon as you have the helm.
Can't. Got at least 2 rounds to go. Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
Here, have a drink on me.
Got any ale or mead?
A little bit.
Until next time. Why don't you
will
go
admit it,
sell
but
something?
we know the truth
Why?
about the great collapse.
Because I'd rather be here trying to keep my only brother from drinking himself to death.
Luna! Hey,
Drinking ain't
sweetheart.
gonna kill me. Not today, anyway.
The mages don't let us go into college.
They said it's not safe in there.
Is everything well, Nellifer?
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes. What is it? Can I help you with anything else?
I understand you're an elf who knows how to get things.
Shh. All right, let's not overdo it. Meet me in my quarters.
I expect a bit of animosity now and then.
I see. Well,
I've been sent by Carlia.
Carlia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal?
Yes, but there's a problem.
A problem? Let me see it. Ah, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language.
Can you translate it?
No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated. A word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy. Calselmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.
I believe he was...
Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleya loves apple pies.